Sabbath day. Yeah, you trying, every day should be a Sabbath day. God rested already for us. No, brothers and sisters, we have not entered into the rest of God. That is a lie. The rest of God comes when we enter into that millennium period. That's the rest that we trying to enter into. The Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. At any rate, Matthew chapter 5, and let's pick this up in verse 17. We're going to see Jesus out of his own mouth. Did he come, when he said he came to fulfill the law, what was he talking about? Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. And when you get there, go ahead and read.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Immediately he telling them, I did not come to destroy the law. I came to fulfill. Oh, see, he came to fulfill the law. It's done. We ain't got to keep it. No, brothers and sisters. He's saying he came not to destroy the law or the prophets, but to fulfill that which was written of him. What was written of him? Well, it was written that he was supposed to die and resurrect 3 days and 3 nights later in the middle of the week. Yeah, that's what he came to fulfill. That he was going to be born in Bethlehem. That's what he came to fulfill. That he was going to set up his kingdom. Oh, he didn't fulfill that. You see? So everything ain't fulfilled yet. You know, how can you fulfill keeping the law anyway? Oh, I'll keep the commandments. I don't steal, so I fulfill my part. So now I don't got to do it no more. Then I'm not fulfilling my part. I mean, that don't even make sense to me. But anyway, keep reading though.
For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled.
Go ahead.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
You see that? Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, the least, the minimum, the small one. You know, like, I guess, don't get tattoos. That's one of the small ones. Don't mar the corners of your beards. That's one of the small ones. If you teach a man, it says, whoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men, so he should be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. And brothers and sisters, if you go to Isaiah 66, it said you're going to look upon the men who they slain. They're going to be, where it's going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth. That's going to be from the kingdom of heaven. The least in the kingdom of heaven is the lake of fire. Verse 21.
Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not kill.
So now we specifying what we're talking about. It was heard of old times. He said, don't kill. That was in the law. We just saw that when we read that Matthew 19, right? He said that which commandments? And he said, thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt do no murder. So he's telling you right here, you heard it was said of old times, thou shalt not kill. Whosoever shall be, whoever shall be, who shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. Go verse 22 though, right? Go ahead.
But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Raca, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say, thou fool, shall be in danger of hell fire.
See, he didn't just say, whosoever shall kill not gonna get punished no more. He took it to a whole nother level. He said, nah, if you starting to hate your brother in your heart, if you start to call him a fool without a cause, be angry without a cause, then you in danger of the fire. See, he took it to another level. He put it out there in paper on another level. Because it was already there. You know, it tells you the thoughts of foolishness is sin in the book of Proverbs. So it was already there that you had to, you know, Job said, I made a covenant with my eyes that I should not look upon a woman. He said that, right? But let's skip down to verse 27.
Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery.
So you didn't heard back in the day it was said don't commit adultery, right? But watch him take it to another level. Go ahead.
But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already. After her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart.
See, so now we talking about the law done away with, but Jesus is again talking about if you do something not in your mind. See, people don't know you can do that which is right in the eyes of the Lord, but not with a perfect heart. let's go on over to Psalms chapter 119. Because we want to do away with the commandments. Jesus, you want to say Jesus, you want to say Paul, whoever you want to say did away with the commandments. Peter, when you look at Acts chapter 10, how you going to do away with something that's been here from the beginning? When Adam and Eve were put in the garden and they had that tree of life in there, that tree, what they were supposed to be eating, was going to teach them how to live forever. That was the commandments. This was the structure of the way that you were supposed to walk. The plan of God. Okay? Psalm chapter 119, and pick it up first at verse 151. Psalm 119, verse 151.
Thou art near, O Lord, and all thy commandments are true.
So right here we see that all the commandments of God are truth. Let's skip over to verse 160. Read that.
Thy word is true from the beginning, and every one of thy righteous judgments endure forever.
Nah, it say the commandments of God is true. Then it say the word is true from the beginning, and every one of the righteous judgments endure forever. Let's skip over to verse 172.
My tongue shall speak of thy word, for all thy commandments are righteous.
So he's telling us that the commandments, they righteousness. Keep reading.
Let thy hand help me, for I have chosen thy precepts. I have longed for thy salvation.
See, the precepts got salvation. Go ahead.
O Lord, and thy law is my delight.
Go ahead.
Let my soul live, and let it and it shall praise thee, and let thy judgments help me. I have gone astray like a lost sheep. Seek thy servant, for I do not forget thy commandments.
That's right. Let's go over to verse 137 now. Verse 137, and we're going to read this one through. Go ahead.
Righteous art thou, O Lord, and upright are thy judgments. Thy testimonies that thou hast commanded are righteous and very faithful. My zeal hath consumed me, because my enemies have forgotten thy words. Thy word is very pure, therefore thy servant loveth it. I am small and despised, yet I forget thy precepts. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
You see what he's telling you here? So now he done called the law, the word, the commandments, righteousness, all this stuff is true here from the beginning. We done read all this in Psalms 119. We put the pieces all together here. All this stuff was here from your righteousness is keeping the commandments. The truth is the law. The truth is the keeping of the commandments. And these are God's words which have been here forever. Go ahead though, verse 143.
Trouble and anguish have taken hold on me, yet thy commandments are my delight. The righteousness of thy testimonies is everlasting. Give me understanding, and I shall live.
Do what? Give you understanding, you should do what?
And I shall live.
He said, give me understanding. He said, the righteousness of thy testimony is everlasting. Give me understanding, and I shall live. These commandments is what's going to give you understanding. Let's go to Psalms 111. Psalms 111, while we here. These commandments is what's going to give you this understanding. And he shall live. Go ahead and read. Psalms 111, verse 10.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
See that? A good understanding have all they that do the commandments of God. So if you don't want to do the commandments, you killing yourself. That's what you're doing. You're killing yourself. Let's go to Mark chapter 4. No, better yet, let's stay in Psalms. Psalm 78. Psalm chapter 78. Because we looking at the doctrine of God.